It's early May, and on this particular evening, I went out and noticed the returning bees forming large clusters on the front of the hive. This can be caused by high heat inside the hive that causes the bees to hang out at the entrances to cool off. Also, during a heavy nectar flow, the bees are working to evaporate the nectar to create honey. This requires a lot of airflow throughout the hive, so the bees may move out to allow air to circulate properly through the hive. Finally, these clusters could be the result of an overcrowded hive. The bees simply have no room to get back into the hive at the end of the day after foraging, so they hang out on the front of the hive. In either case, this behavior is called bearding. Some people see bearding behavior and think that the hive is preparing to swarm. This is not the case. Bearding is a normal behavior, so don't be alarmed by it. In my case, I decided to add a deep super to the hive to give the bees more room. I checked on the bees a few hours later, and they were still bearding heavily throughout the day. However, after about 48 hours, the hive had stopped bearding, and the activity at the entrances had returned to normal. I think it took a few days for the bees to move into the new space created by the super. 4 deep super does make for a tall hive. I now have to use a stool to access the top honey super. Finally, I have an update on Birdie and the young chicks that were in the nest on my back porch. They have all left the nest. Here you can see the young birds taking their first flights. There are 2 young birds near the first step, and they both fly at the same time. A third hatchling waits on the second step from the top. It seems to be checking me out. It finally decides that the coast is clear before zipping off into the great wide open.